Good morning from Melbourne, Victoria. Another cold day. Today we have this Hayabusa first generation 1999 model. We suspect that the clutch discs are all gone. Just to play it safe, we'll replace driven and drive plates. So we order everything, we have everything. My friend was kind enough to remove the fairings, so all the pre-work is done. All we have to do is empty the oil and the oil filter, which we're going to replace since we have the opportunity, and then get in there, check them and put them in. There's a specific way in Hayabusas on how you put the drive and driven plates. We'll go into that shortly. Let's start. And we go underneath, and this is where the oil drain plug for the engine is. Let's remove that. I had to lift the motorcycle on the center stand because it wasn't enough space. And that wouldn't fit. Good idea, wrap some aluminum foil, which it doesn't burn from the hot exhaust, around the exhaust so you won't mess it with all the oils. You can always clean it, but it's better to prevent the mess than cleaning it. I think it's 17 for the K&Ns. Yes, it is, and that's why I love these filters. They have that hexagon, very easy to remove. It took a while, but it's out. And look at that. To remove the oil filter, you have to remove the high oil pressure that goes to the oil cooler. Otherwise, there's no exit route for the filter. And it's out. And it's a good idea to put the filter now, so we can close that opening of the engine. Dust and everything, we don't want to get in. Move the pipe out of the way. Once it stops, it's about half a turn with the tool. About there. That's what we need to remove. Let's move out of the way this, because it's going to give us some hard time to remove the clutch cover. Okay, let's remove everything now. There's two tabs here and here, which you can push and open the cover, but we don't want to damage the frame, so it comes out straight away. A bit of oil is going to come out, as you can see, but we have the drain pan, but it's okay. And it's out. Let's remove the clutch plate. Let's remove the plates. sludge. That's friction material. They were all gone, that's why I was slipping. I'm not sure if anyone would replace them ever since this motorcycle was made. Anyway, we'll replace them now. Let's clean this and let's move with the brand new ones. And after a while, cleaned everything on the inside. There's nothing in here, nothing in there. Sprayed it with brake and parts cleaner. Everything's clean. I'm pretty sure some of the degreaser went into the sump, so I'm gonna open and drain the oil again before we put new oil in there, that's for sure. And now let's start putting the plates on. Now the plates. We have the drive plates and the driven plates. That's a TRW kit, and this is the EBC brake friction plates. There is a specific way these go. As for the drive plates, the first at the very bottom and the last one that looks towards us, they are thicker. They're about 3.8 millimeters thickness, while everything else is 3 millimeters. Something similar happens for the driven plates. These are 2.3 millimeters, two of them, and the rest are all 2 millimeters thickness. The very first, second and third that are gonna go all the way to the end are 2 millimeters. Then the fourth and the fifth are these, the 2.3 millimeters, and everything else is 2 millimeters. We have drive plates or friction plates and driven plates, the steel plates. Now it's very important to put them in the order that Suzuki suggests. The very first that goes all the way to the bottom and the last one that looks towards us, I'm talking about the friction plates, they have to be the thicker ones, which are 3.8 millimeters. Everything else in the middle, it's 3 millimeters. As for the driven, the steel plates, the very first that goes in, the second and the third are the thin ones, which are about 2 millimeters thickness. Then the fourth and the fifth are the thickest ones. They are 2.3 millimeters. And then everything else that looks towards us, the outside, they are all 2 millimeters. Very important to put them in that order. And my best guess of why Suzuki has done this is for far better engagement, disengagement, and more progressive engagement and disengagement of the clutch. And it seems to work absolutely fine. Okay, and we take one drive plate, we put it inside the oil. The first drive plate, it's at 3.8 millimeters thickness. Here's the first driven plate at 2 millimeters thickness. All the drive plates from now on are 3 millimeters thickness except the last one. I know that some people suggest to soak the drive plates for several hours in engine oil, but I don't think that's necessary. Just flush them a bit with engine oil and put them straight away in place. This is where things change a bit. The fourth driven plate at 2.3 millimeters. And also the fifth driven plate at 2.3 millimeters. From now on, everything else is at 2 millimeters. As you can see, all that oil, it's going down the ground, so it may cause quite the mess. This is why you don't see it on camera, but I do have an oil pan to collect all the mess, preventing me from cleaning. At this point, I would like you to leave a comment, tell me your thoughts, if you would have done anything better or different, and subscribe if you don't mind, like the video, and tell me in the comments, have you ever driven a Hayabusa? Have you ever owned one? How was it? And this is the last drive plate, which is at 3.8 millimeter thickness, like the first one. And this, I know it has a specific way it has to go. And I remember it was downwards, so we'll put that mark downwards as it was when we removed it. We're also going to put clutch springs. They're harder, they're a bit longer. The difference. The old with the new. With EBC, I checked them, there's no specific way that they can go in. Either way will do. Now it's a bit hard to reach all the way down there, so I have to push and turn. And once you do the first two, they pull the plate backwards and it's all nice. And we torque them down to 10 Newton meters. And with the gasket on and a bit of a cement, and we push it back in place. And now let's put all the bolts on exactly where they were. And them are 10 Newton meters as well. I'll try to do it in a cross pattern as much as I can. Let's put some oil. And the last small detail before we finish with everything. And that was it for this video. This is how you replace the Hayabusa first generation, at least, clutch plates, driven and drive plates. Thank you for watching. May you all be well. Look after yourselves and families.